Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie and this is my little partner Nacho. A lot of y'all have been commenting on his little curiosity during my thrift flip videos. He does like to be up with me anytime that we are painting or anything. He's very, very curious and sometimes even a little annoying. Anyway, today's video is not going to be a thrift flip video. Last month I did a what I sold in my vintage booth and everyone seemed to like it and suggest that I do that every month. Now YouTube didn't put the video out there a lot, so I'm sure a lot of people didn't see it. But everyone that did see it really enjoyed it and wanted me to do it again. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Y'all can help me if you will like this video and comment. The more likes and comments it gets right off the bat, the more YouTube seems to put it out there on everybody's homepage, so it gets more clicks on and more views, so I can continue to do videos like this one. So at our store, the months start on the 27th of each month and go through the 26th of the next, and then we get paid on the 15th of the following month for the previous month. So technically everything that I'm going to show you today sold from January the 28th through February the 27th. I also sell IOD, in case you all didn't know, so that's always a pretty big seller in my booth. All these other items are just extra and a place for me to, when I show these videos to you guys and make all these things, it's a place for me to take those items and sell them. If nothing else, it always pays for my product, my thrifting adventures and such like that. And I do make a little bit money on the side from my booth. It's so much fun. It's a lot of work though. I will admit it's more work than I thought it was, but that might be because I am a little bit of a perfectionist and I can't just put stuff in there. I have to go by all the time. So this knee surgery has really slowed me down in that, and I've got my booth really stocked and I haven't been changing things a lot. I have to have help when I go, even to get the boxes from the car down to the booth, because my booth is on the second level of the store. I would like to move up top, but I'm really happy with the space that I have now. It's right at the bottom of the steps. Anybody coming down the steps is immediately going to see it, so I get a lot of foot traffic anyway, and the rent's cheaper in the basement, so I'll stay down there until they have an opening upstairs that just kind of happens to fall in my lap maybe. So let's go ahead and get started with what I sold this month in my booth. These are in no particular order. I've just printed out my current sales and went through them. A lot of people think, why are you telling people what you bought this stuff for and then what you're selling it for and how much money you're making? Well, honestly, I started this channel because to help people who wanted to start a booth and also show people how to flip items that you can get secondhand, thrift stores, yard sales, stuff like that, because I don't like for things to be thrown away. There's no sense in it when you can make something old new again. And the fact that I make a little bit of money on it barely pays for the time that it takes me to do this stuff. So I do have YouTube to supplement that, thank goodness, and YouTube is slowly growing, so it's nice to be able to make a little bit doing that. So that's why I do it. So people who want to get into something like this, they know what they're looking for, what sells, how much to pay for stuff. Not that I'm an expert or anything, but I've been doing this over a year now, which doesn't seem like a really long time, but I have learned a lot. So anyway, back to what I sold. So I'm just going to talk about the items. If there's a video where I did this item, I will link it below in the description box if y'all want to watch that if you haven't seen it. And I'll try to put a picture of the item. I think I do have pictures of everything. I was trying to inventory everything as I put it in my booth, but that really just got to be too much of a hassle. So now whenever I stock the booth, I just take a lot of pictures. So I have a picture of everything that I put in, and that way when it sells, I can look back and say, oh, that's what that was. And I know I no longer have that item. So I sold this cute little bird votive. I got it, I think I got it at a yard sale. I probably paid, a lot of times too, I don't remember exactly what I paid for these items, but I think I paid a couple bucks for it and I sold it for $6. I didn't have, I think I did just do a white wax. Yes, I did just a white wax on this one because the color was a little bit too much and the white wax toned it down, and it sold right after I put it in the booth. I think the next day for $6. I sold a couple of bird nests. I may have a picture or two of those. With staging, I just try to put some spring net. When it's springtime, I put some nests out in there. So I sold a couple of them. I sold this metal milk jug that I have had forever. Matter of fact, it was one of the first items I put in my booth over a year ago, and I just consistently move it around, and then I put an IOD transfer on it. I sold it for $15. I think it was free. It was something that Mother had cleaned out. All right, Nacho, you've got to quit scratching me. You're funny for a minute, but that's enough. We're not playing. We're filming a video, okay? We are filming. Listen. People are trying to listen to me, and you are distracting. You're distracting me, okay? Okay, so go on, please. All right. Sorry. All right. I sold, I did these spindle carrots. I sold them for $14. I'm pretty sure I did them in my spring mantle video from last year. Yes, I did. So I will link that below. Those were super fun. I'm looking for some small spindles to make some more this year. I sold these two roosters. They were also in a video. They sold right away for $14. Did I say how much? I sold the spindle carrots for $14 also. And these two white roosters that I paid $1 each for, I sold the pair for $14. I sold a little bunny that I had. It was the one, I think I did it in the critter video too. I did a lot of these animals in the critter video, where we just did some textured paint on a little bunny here. It sold for $3. I sold a vintage book for $6. And I've had this little biscuit tin for a while, and it finally sold for $4. I paid 50 cents for it at the thrift store. Let's see. Am I going too fast? Maybe I need to slow down a little bit. I get to just talking, and I need to slow down some when I'm doing these videos. Remember the little black footstools that I made that I recovered and they open up? I did them in a video, and one of them sold for $22. I guess they only needed one, so the other one's still there. Maybe it'll sell. I sold this rolling pin that I think I put IOD transfers on. I have several rolling pins, and all this says is rolling pins, so I'm not really sure which one of them sold. I sold another blue ball jar, actually the last one that I had, for $12. And also had this little blue and white sleeping cat for a while, and it finally sold for $9. All right, but you're going in the crate. I'm sorry. Tell everybody bye. Okay, now maybe I will have a little sleeping cat for a while that I got him put in his crate. Let's see, where were we? Oh, this birds and bees sign that I made. I titled it Birds and Bees. I made it out of a cabinet, and I think I have a video on that as well. So I named it the Birds and the Bees, and then the IOD release came out, and they had a stamp called Birds and the Bees. So I was confused when it sold because it sold for $21, and the Birds and Bees stamp is $25, but then I remembered that I had this sign, so that's it. Big item that I was so proud finally sold, and I knew that it would. I found this gorgeous brass compote about 8 months ago, and I looked it up then, and it was pretty valuable, and I paid $3 for it. It was pretty valuable, so I thought probably nobody's gonna buy this. But I put a 36 price tag on it. They were selling on eBay for like 48, so I thought, well, 36 is a pretty good deal. So I put it in there, and it's been sitting in the booth for, you know, like I said, 7 or 8 months, and it finally sold for the $36. Someone came along and saw it and knew the value of it. So a lot of times things will sit like that for a while, but if you know they're valuable, don't just give up and mark them down to next to nothing, because they still have value. Even if you hunted and found them for a good price, the value of them is still good. I sold, excuse me, I sold one of the Alabama baskets that we made in a video for $12. I sold these metal wall pockets. I had painted them green and did some white wax on them. Actually, I think they were green, and all I did was some white wax on them. I'll have to search and see if I did those in a video. Another item that's been there a really long time, but it only takes the right person to see the item that they are looking for. And if you're constantly moving things around in your booth, eventually the items will sell. But I sold those for $12. I sold this beveled mirror. I think I paid very little for it too. I think I paid about $3, maybe $5 for it, and I painted it with apothecary, I believe, and white waxed it, and it sold for $24. I sold the child's rocker that I did in a video a few weeks back. Painted it with the Terra clay, that blue color, and it sold for $26. I had put a couple of little molds on it. Let's see. I sold the bigger bunny that I did the texture paint on in a video for $12. I sold this little decorative sheep plate that I did a long time ago. Another item that I almost took out of the booth. Well, I did take it out and I put it back in when I did a spring reset, and I thought, well, this was here all year last year. It didn't sell, but I left it in there and it sold for $5. I made some fabric carrots out of that chenille bedspread that I've been doing so much stuff with, and the small one sold for $5. Sold another little bunny for $3. Not sure which one it is. I'll try to get a picture of it. Let's see. I sold a brass bell. Brass always sells really good. Anytime I can find something brass, I will get it at a decent price. Okay. Actually, guys, I think that might be it. Let me look back through here. Yeah, that's it. So I had a pretty good month in my booth. Like I said, I do sell IOD too. So February was the new release month. So the IOD did well. And I sold a pretty good bit of these items too. So I'm looking forward to getting some more spring items done and putting my booth to make some money. I hope y'all have enjoyed this information and this video. Next week, hopefully we'll have time to get back to some crafting. I have a few ideas of some things that I want to work on, and I'll see y'all again next week.